And well, it's like it's draft. I know it says it's spring on the calendar, but you know what? Seems like that Puxatawny Phil is not the best BSer. He isn't the best truth teller because it has been cold here the last week. I can tell you what, though, it doesn't matter because there's something that's lighting my fire, and there's something that's lighting the fire across all the people in this unique opportunity, and it's Rocket Cash Cycler. And what is this amazing opportunity? What is this all about? Well, you know, I don't think that I can share it any better than, you know what, the Power of Two team. They need you need me to PM you that number again. No problem, no problem. I'm going to get you that number right over to you in 1 second. And if I can, Jen, I'm going to send it to you over on Skype. But I wanted to bring the Power 2 team on, Jen and Mike, because they got a truly unique story. And I got to tell you what, I have been nothing but impressed, attracted, and just absolutely amazed with their leadership and their story and with what they've been able to do in such a short amount of time at Rocket Cash Cycling. You know, I believe that leaders lead by example. And, you know, if you are a leader, you know, if you're not giving out your gift and if you're not leading by example, well, you know what, it's one of those things where it's shame on you. But this couple has gone well beyond that. They've truly helped their team out in ways that, you know what, most leaders would never even think or dream of doing. And it's been my pleasure to be able to be in business with them. You know, they took this opportunity and truly ran with it for everything that it is and everything that it's going to be. And I'm hoping to get them on the line right now to just share with you guys a quick little story of, you know, what they did, how they got started, and where they've been in this company and where they're at now and where they're about to go. Because I got to tell you what, I get fired up anytime I talk to Jen or Mike. And we got Keith Hollidays in the building. Jen or Mike, you guys there?
Yes, we are, Billy.
Awesome. Can you guys share with us really quickly, you know, how you guys, you know, made $5,000 in such a quick amount of time? I mean, this isn't rocket science, but it is Rocket Cash Cycler. And you guys truly took that and you made a story for yourselves. And I would love it if you could share with us, you know, that story in the next 2 minutes.
Well, Billy, really quick, you basically set the platform out there with sponsoring 2 people. And go out there and help those people sponsor too. Get rid of your link and help those 2 people. If you do that, that's what you said, Billy. If you do that, you're going to be massively successful. And so we started out with Keith Holliday and his gang and Justin Green, Jennifer and myself, along as you. And now we have this incredible momentum that people need to capture. And keep it simple, guys. Just go out there, sponsor 2, and help those 2 get 2. That's basically it. And lo and behold, if you continue to do that, you'll be up on top of your 2x3 and out of it, cloning your position and over to the 2x2. It's just exploding, and this compensation plan, there's nothing out there like it.
Right on. If you can't hear his passion and his excitement, I don't know what would get you fired up. You got your really to share her part of the story too?
Yeah, hi Billy, how are you?
Hey Jen, I'm doing fantastic. Can you tell us, you know, what you and Michael have really gone through and how, you know, you guys just took that simplicity concept and shared it with your people and taught it. You reached to and you taught it to.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Billy, when Michael and I met you in this opportunity, we were broke. We were broker than broke. I mean, we were looking at eviction, 2 kids in New England, you know, right around snow time, and we were lost. We didn't know what we were going to do. We were so broke that we couldn't pay attention. And what we did was we found it. We didn't go, oh, but we don't have the money. We went out and we found it within 2 hours. We borrowed it. And, you know, it was not easy being in the position we were in to borrow the money, but we did. And I'm glad we did, because here we are less than 60 days into this thing, and we've already made $5,300, on track to make $10,600 by the end of the month. If those numbers don't ring to somebody, I don't know what will. You know, I mean, the tools are incredible and the opportunity is incredible. And when people see what you're about to show them, I don't see why anybody would turn this down. Do not let $315 stop you from your future. Don't do it. It's two people putting your head down, getting on a team and running with it. Find those two, help them do the same thing. Don't make excuses. Don't make them. It's not worth it, because if I had made an excuse, I'd be sitting in a shelter right now with my children. Opposed to that, I'm in a nicer place. I have nicer things. And Michael and I, actually, it was funny. We looked at each other today. We're like, the kids, it's summer's coming. They need bikes, and you're getting a little bored. Maybe we'll go out and buy them like a DS or something. And we looked at each other and went, what? Because before those were not possible. So it's our entire family demographic has changed because of this opportunity. So I want to hand it back to you, Billy. Rock it, baby.
Awesome. Thank you, Jen, and thank you, Mike. If you guys can't take what they just shared with you and truly ignite it, ignite yourself to the next level, I don't know what really will. And if their words don't translate at some part of that human level of, this couple saw something. They saw an opportunity, and, they ran with it. They didn't take the opportunity and dismiss it. They didn't say, I don't think I can do it. They didn't hope it. They didn't believe. They knew. They knew that, this was it. If they couldn't do it with this, there was really nothing else that they could do it with, because this right here is the simplicity of duplication. And I'm going to get into that when I break down the compensation plan. But first, I kind of want to talk to you really quickly about Rocket Cash Cycler and, what are the numbers? What exactly is this company? Because you just heard a story of a couple that made $5,300 in less than 60 days, and I want to tell you how they did it, and I kind of want to tell you what they did it with, because we've got something very unique on our hands. We've got something that you've never seen anything quite like it. They have the ability to spend $315 one time without any auto ships, no hidden fees, and turn it into $5,000 in the next 30 to 60 days. I don't know of another opportunity out there that has this powerful of a compensation plan without auto ships, and to be able to turn that little amount of money into what you can. If you know of one, please let me know, because I don't know of it. In the past, I've been confined, guys, to, only the United States. I've been in a couple opportunities where I didn't have the availability to reach out beyond, the United States of America, and I had no idea what I was missing out on, because to be available worldwide, to have a global opportunity in your hands is awesome. It's fantastic. The Power 2 team themselves, they're in 12 or 13 countries already. That's pretty cool. And what you're going to see here is that you have an opportunity to reach across not only your nation, but, across the world, and truly reach out and help people. I've only came into opportunities that I believed had a true value proposition for anybody that came in. Whether, you were going to look at this opportunity and you were going to utilize the tools, the service behind it, and not promote it. I only ran and run with things that I know that somebody can't get hurt on. If they come in and they utilize the tools, the product, and nothing beyond that truly that can help their life. And we have that right here. We've got something where, pass this on to everybody because there's no risk of your reputation. There's no risk of damaging relationships, because nobody can get hurt. If you go in that success library that's got over 177 ebooks and audiobooks of the best, or you utilize X guy on Skype, or you utilize that skyscraper and X guy together, if you utilize any of those tools, I truly believe that you got not only your money back, but you got way more than that back. And if you go beyond that, if you actually take those tools and just share it with people. Just share this with as many people as possible. You're going to find that our extremely lucrative 2x2, 2x3 hybrid compensation plan that's paying out over 94.5% of the field, is going to put a whole lot of bang in your buck. And it's pretty cool because you don't have to wait 15, 30, 60 days. We get paid fast. You can withdraw the money the day that you earn them. If you make $1,000 next Wednesday, you can get paid that $1,000 next Wednesday. I've never really been a part of any company, any corporate job, any opportunity where you could actually make the money and take the money the day you earn it. So let me tell you a little bit about us. Now, this number right here, it should say probably 12 weeks. I apologize. I got to get these slides up to date. But we're down 12 weeks old. We got over 7,000 members, and the company has paid out over $1 million to the field. Now, you didn't hear any excitement in my voice right there. I just wanted to see if those numbers hit anybody. So let me backtrack. We're 12 weeks old, guys. We have just over 7,000 members, and the company has paid out over $1 million to the field. That's unheard of. If you've been in this industry for any amount of time, you know that, you know what, companies don't pay out that type of money to that little amount of people in that few amount of time. It's truly incredible. We got members that made, $300 to over $60,000 in the last 60 days. Our launch date was December 18, 2012, so you can see that we're truly right around 3 months old, and we're rocking and rolling. The momentum train is here, and I want to show you why. One of the reasons why is the fantastic tools that are built into this opportunity. Now, X-Guy by entrepreneurs all over the world. It helps you manage and organize your contacts on Skype. It's got push-button automation. I'm talking turnkey. Now, the Skype Ninja, is what some people call the skyscraper, which is the availability to generate leads and to generate prospects and to build connections and find business partners around the world. And the two go hand in hand. They go absolutely hand in hand. I've never seen two tools that really, complement each other so well. And if you utilize these tools in any way, shape, or form, or have somebody teach you how to do it, because it's really not hard, I think you're going to go very far. Really quickly on myself, about 6 weeks ago, I had 0 contacts on Skype. I wasn't on Skype. And right now, today, I've got over 4,400 because of these two tools. And it happened almost overnight. Do you have to utilize Skype in order to take advantage of this opportunity? Absolutely not. There's plenty of people in this company making plenty of amount of money without utilizing these two tools. If you want to, they're there. And I can tell you what, it's well worth checking out. So let me go into, it's kind of like this hidden secret, this hidden gem that we have in our back pocket. It's called the RCC Success Library. And, I've been around the personal development game, industry for a little while now, and I know this, that I spent well over probably $500, $600, $700 on ebooks and audiobooks from the best of the best in the last 10, 15 years. And when I saw this back office, and I kept scrolling down and seeing, oh my God, it's almost like it doesn't end. I mean, we're talking, we're not talking about Dr. Seuss or anything from your childhood. We're talking about, multiple books and audiobooks from Zig Ziglar, Jim Rome, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Joel Osteen, Timothy Ferriss, Robert Kiyosaki, Stephen Covey, Dale Carnegie. I mean, I can go on. And, a lot of the books in there are on my must-read list. A lot of the audiobooks, too. You know what? I saw it, and I was like, wow, that looks interesting. I've actually never heard of that. And to be able to wake up and actually go into your back office and play Tony Robbins, right after you eat your breakfast and have him fire you up, it's kind of like having your own personal coach right there at the side of you, saying you can do it, you can, let's keep going. And so I know these guys have been firing me up for a long time, and it's one of the reasons why I think that, I'm at where I'm at, is because these guys have been my personal mentors, for the last 10 years without knowing about it, and now they can be anybody else's who wants to truly take what they say, implement it into their life. So I'm sure a lot of you are like, okay, Billy, these tools look awesome. How are we going to get paid? Well, we're here to get paid. So I hear you. Let me go through this really quickly, and I'll get to the compensation plan. So when I talk about value proposition, I want to know that the company that I'm putting money into is giving me back value for my money. And I can tell you right here, you're not going to get any amount of value out of anything else that's more than this. If you look at what we have, we've got, and I believe is a very low number compared to what I believe is truly worth, the three of them combined, but over $2,200 in value with our 2 Skype products and tools and our RCC Success Library. And to be able to spend, essentially 1/7 that amount and come into this opportunity, or 1/8 actually almost, it's truly cool. It's truly awesome to know that, you're not going to have to pay any AUTOSHIP. You're not going to have anything, building up in that garage gathering dust, that you're going to come in once and only once, and you have the ability to clone yourself in your genealogy. Well, what does that mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me get into that. When you actually come into this opportunity, you come in on the 8 line of a 2x3 Earth Pay Center. You're probably like, whoa, this is really confusing. And you know what? It was to me too, the first couple of times I saw this. And you know what? I knew that if I sat there and tried to analyze this and figure it all out, that I might miss out on something big. And I was taught, the only thing you need to understand is to go out there and reach to and teach to. Go out there and find 2 people and, turn your rocket red, and then help them do the same thing. And if you can do that, you can have tremendous amounts of success and tremendous amounts of cash flow in this opportunity. Now, a lot of you are like, okay, well, break it down for me. Tell me how that happens. Well, I'm going to do that right now. And when you go through this Rocket Pay Center, a 2x3 force matrix, you pop over to a 2x2 Pay Center where you have the availability to make $5,000 over and over again. So let's backtrack and let's figure out exactly how that happened. And remember, for those of you that are going to say to me right now, this looks way too complicated and confusing, let me remind you just once again, I just want to stress this, guys, that you don't have to understand this. Please know that you don't have to understand this at all in order to make money with this. Hold on one second, get a little feedback here. I actually got my laptop working. So what I want to say is that this is a very simple compensation plan if you know how to look at it like that. To go out there and turn your rocket red means you qualified and you got 2 people. And if you turn blue, that means you brought in 1 person. And if you're green, that means you haven't personally sponsored anybody yet. Here's the really, really neat thing about this opportunity that I have never seen before, though. I've been in several companies, and, when somebody talks about giving somebody away, normally what they mean is that, there's a binary and there's a power lag and you're going to get some sort of spillover. But to truly see somebody actually give up the sponsorship, to say, you know what, I'm already qualified, my rocket's red, I see that your rocket's not red, I'm going to give you this person. That was unique to me. That was, never heard of really in my mind. Somebody actually doing that. And you know what? It's happening all over the place in this opportunity because there's people like the Power of 2 team. There's people like Richard, like Ron Mann, like Keith Holiday, like Justin, like Jacqueline, like David Bates, or Wally, or Cindy, or Barb. There's people out there that are going to go out and recruit, attract, and share this opportunity with a whole lot more than 2 people. But remember, they're only sponsoring 2. So, if you're not a mathematician, I can tell you this, it doesn't take somebody a whole lot of math knowledge to know that if somebody was to go out there and a handful of leaders brought in 100 people over 100 days, and each one of them only could sponsor 2, let's say there was 90 or 80 people left, those people have to go somewhere. And it's pretty cool to watch that happen, to watch people truly get helped. And I'm hoping today, guys, not to give you hype, but to give you hope and to show you that when you come into this opportunity on that 8 line, okay, you can take this and run with it like Jen and Mike. You can turn your rocket red as quickly as you want to. You can go out there and find 2 people right away. And you can have an opportunity to actually rocket boost past the people that are green or blue. What does that mean? Well, you know what? If you're blue, you're not fully qualified. And if you're red, you are. So you have an opportunity to move past them. See, the whole goal here is to get up to the top of your 2x3. How do you do that? You turn your rocket red. What's the next best way to do that? Well, then you turn your people's rockets red. And when that happens, and knowing that when you're on any of these boards, that you're never alone, that all the people that you see on this board, they all have the same common mission. You guys got one goal together, and that's to fill these remaining spots on the 8 line. Everybody's working together. Every time somebody comes in, you added somebody to the team that's helping you guys fill out the remaining 8 spots, or 7 spots, or 6 spots. And so these boards can cycle very quickly. I know that when I woke up this morning, I saw 3 boards cycle, and I saw 3 different people make $1,000, and it was pretty cool. I was pretty fired up, and I know that people are moving to the top of their boards, sometimes overnight, sometimes over a couple weeks. It doesn't matter if you get to that top, okay, and that your people can follow you if you turn them red. And when you fully cycle that 2x3 matrix, you just made your money back essentially. You got a E-pin, which is your clone position, that's going to follow your sponsor, and you got an $1,800 entry into the Rocket 2x2. You're a happy camper because what happens next is really where all the action is really what's exciting people. You come into this 2x2 matrix, okay, and you're probably like, wow, this is confusing. I know it is. Don't worry. You can just follow along and you can watch it again if you really want to, or you can go out there and take the bull by the horns, find your 2 people, and help them do the same thing. And what's going to happen is you're not going to waste any time trying to figure out this compensation plan. You can learn why you earn, and you can have somebody like Jen and Mike teach you later on. I know this, that when I came up to this 4 line of my 2x2, okay, the goal was to have somebody follow me, like Jen or Mike. And when that happens is you actually turn red, and then when the board cycles, okay, you go to the top. This is where you want to be. You want to be to the top of your 2x2. What happens there? Well, a lot of awesome things happen there. You have the opportunity to make $5,000 over and over again. Because how does that happen? Well, when people come in to your 4-line, the first person's $1,000, the second person's another $1,000, the third person's another $1,000, and that fourth person is $2,000. Now, you don't have to wait till all 4 people come in to get paid. Let's say it's Tuesday, and you went out there and you had somebody pop into your 4-line. You would get paid $1,000 that Tuesday. You wouldn't have to wait till that whole board was cycled. And I know this, there are people doing this, guys, over and over again. We've got some leaders that have cycled their 2x3 and their 2x2 over and over again, have made some serious life-altering income. And is it going to happen for you? Well, I don't know if it's going to happen for you. I know this, that if you go out there and you reach to and you teach to, and you start that duplication process, it's only a matter of time before you're at the top, before you're making $5,000 for filling up your Rocket 2x2. And if you look at what we have got going on here, we have got, a company that's got fantastic products. They're second to none, in my opinion. And we've got high-paying 2x2, 2x3 matrix that's paying out 94.5% of the field. So we got a rock-solid product. We got a rock-solid compensation plan. We've got rock-solid leadership, and we've got an opportunity that's global. We got an opportunity that is just it's going viral right now because people are seeing the numbers that are being put up. And I know this. I've never really been a part of something so exciting. In the past, maybe I thought I was a part of something very exciting, but I can tell you this. This is probably the most exciting opportunity I have been a part of. And if you want to take this excitement and you want a part of it yourself, well, come on board. And let me go over one last thing with you. Let me tell you this, that if you get back with that person who invited you and you tell them, I want to start today, I want to share this with as many people as possible, and I know that this is about positioning and timing, and I have to turn my rocket red. If you can take control of your financial future fast and today, okay, and you see this opportunity for what I see it as, what Jen and Mike see it as, okay, you have an opportunity on your hands to truly change not only your life, but all the people's lives that you touch. Because there are few and far between moments when we are put in front of one of those Microsoft moments. One of those moments where, you know what, it's like we're in the garage with Bill Gates and his friends talking about Microsoft before it even launches. And I truly believe that this is one of those moments. This is one of those moments where in 6 months' time, okay, I believe that everybody that's on this call right now is either going to say one or two things. I am so glad I did, or man, I wish I would have. So the question isn't, are you going to say one of those two things? Which one are you going to say? Are you going to be able to say to people, I'm so glad I did that opportunity. I am so glad I started rocking and rolling with Rocket Cash. Or are you going to say, man, I wish I would have? Because there's a whole lot of people out there that say they wish they would have with Microsoft. They want to get back in that rocket booster time machine and go back and buy that penny stock. Well, I think we got a penny stock on our hands right now. Okay? Yeah, it costs $315, but you know what? That's a steal. That's an absolute steal for this. And if you look at it for what it truly is, guys, it takes teamwork to make the dream work. It all starts with you. I believe that, there's one key determining factor between, success and failure, and that's the person. That's the mindset. If you've got a powerful mission and a positive mindset, you can market anything. And if your mindset's weak and your mission's not powerful, well, it's very hard to market anything. I know this. If you're looking to work on your mindset or your mission, okay, we got one of the easiest ways to help you get to where you want to be, and that's the Success Library. I want to bring on, one of my mentors in this business and one of the top leaders in this company, a guy who, doesn't just walk the walk. He doesn't just talk the talk. He walks it. He puts out there anybody, anytime, anywhere, and you know what? He stands by those words. And I have truly, looked up to this gentleman for a while now, and I respect everything that he brings to the table. It's almost like he's got that Midas touch. And, I will follow him to the end of the earth. And you know what? I know this, that if you listen to his words, if you hear his story, okay, and have the ability to share it with people, you can be successful too. So, Richard, are you on the line with us?
Billy, am I unmuted or muted?
You're unmuted. You're all good to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here, buddy. But very nice presentation, Billy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Could you tell everybody, the excitement that's been happening? And, I've just been witnessing, this momentum kind of building up. I feel like, we've been climbing to the top of the mountain. It's 32 degrees outside. We just had a nice foot of snow. And you know what? Somebody just made a nice little snowball, and we're about to kick it off the top of the mountain. Am I wrong on thinking that?
No, I'm just glad you finally drank some of that Kool-Aid I was pouring in the glasses for the last, 30 days. But,
right on.
You ever saw the movie, right, Billy? If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
I keep telling people, just go build your 2x3. Go build your team in your 2x3, and magical things will happen. Go tell two people. I mean, it's not like this is a difficult proposition or a hard sell, because the reality is the tools that the program gives you for that $315, one time, no monthly auto ship, no extenuating charges, just one time, boom, you get a success library that people drool about, wish they had sitting in their book, in their bookcases at home. And on top of that, you get a lead generation software and a contact manager software in Skype, which is, in my mind, the last frontier, the biggest global database of people around the world that you have 24/7 exposure to. I mean, that's one thing. You put that all together, that's enough to choke a horse. But besides that, is this beautiful little 2x3 that allows me to go build a team. And when I say team, what I simply mean, what you've already referred to, is I can recruit 1,000 people, but I don't have to. And if I choose to do it, because I'm totally in love with the program, I'm going to give 998 of them away. And people go, dude, you're nuts. And no, I'm smart. I know the comp plan. Well, how do you know the comp plan? Well, I drew it out on paper 4.5 years ago, tried to get an online program that I built offline with that comp plan and its presence on the net, and I couldn't find a programmer to do it. Well, lo and behold, 4.5 years later, somebody figured out the algorithm, and voila, Rocket Cash Cycler is born. So I knew what it was the first time I saw it, went to work with it. I guess the rest, as they say, is history. Done very well my first 30 days, done very well my second 30 days, doing very well my third 30 days. But most importantly, is I get to sit back now and I'm watching people, everyday, ordinary, average Joe people, some with extraordinary talents, but they just didn't know it, that are starting to use the tools that they purchased initially in the program, and these people are making thousands of dollars a day, a week, a month, changing lives from one simple little concept behind a 2x3 and a 2x2 called a team build, a true team build. That's what we got here with the Power 2 team. That's what we got with a great leader, who I like to call the Funk Master, who is putting on a webinar at his young age that would make most 4-year-old, 20-year experienced MLMers go, wow, this kid's got it going on. So Rocket Cash Cycler is for real. I know the vision of the company. I speak to the owner frequently, and there are some exciting things going to continue to happen. The value proposition is only going to get better and stronger, and there's a bright future for this company and this program. So, that's why I did it. That was my why. That was my how. And my success is in the team, and you're hearing their success today because of what we've continued to build from day one over the last month or two. And very proud of everybody. Back to you.
Right on. Thank you, Richard. It's always awesome to hear from somebody that, has that success and can share it, can truly, paint that picture and, not just give you the lyrics, but the music behind it. And what he's saying, guys, with the ability to sit back and watch people do it, well, I'm actually staring at what I just printed out, is a sheet of paper that's showing me all the people on our team right now that are either at the top of their 2x3 or in their 2x2 already. And the list of the people at the top of the 2x3, is about 15 deep. And right now I got Brent, Justin, Michael, they're in their 2x2. I got Joseph, I got Rocket Cash Leaders, I got Keith the Man, I think is Grant. I got Awesome Online Biz, who is Murray, they're in their 2x2. I got myself, I got the Power 2 team, I got Timmy, I got Steve, they're in another Power 2, they're in another 2x2. I got Keith Holiday, I got Michael Spodnik, I got Joe, they're in another 2x2. I got Roger Scenarios, Full Draw, and Cornelius Booker in another 2x2. I have got essentially, okay, about 35 people that are all set and perfectly positioned to make $5,000, and they can make it over and over again. And so the question isn't, if these people are going to make it. It's probably when, and the other question is, do you want to be a part of that list next week? When I update this list and look at it and see who's about to have massive success, because I can tell you what, this list is growing every week. And you can take your name right now and you can write it on this list and create the outcome in your head and simply move towards it. How do you do that? Turn your rocket red and help your people turn their rockets red. And it's as simple as that. Like Richard said, if you brought 1,000 people to the table, you would enroll 2 and give away 998. And that's what we're doing. I'm not stopping sharing this. In fact, I don't even think I even got started. I don't even think Jen and Mike got started because you know what? Our story is only getting stronger. See, what I've realized is that facts only tell and stories sell. And, when you get a story, go out there and share it with the masses. Get it down cold and share it like it's hot. And, this could be one of those moments where, your moment of decision and reality is shaped by what you decide to do. And I love Zig Ziglar's lines, and my favorite one is, if you help enough people get what they want, you will have everything you want. And I like to take it a step further, guys. It's not if, but when. When you help enough people get what they want, you will have everything you want. And so if you take that mindset and you take that mission and you take that vision and you take this opportunity for truly what it is and what it can do for you, well, you know what? Nothing's stopping you. Absolutely nothing is stopping you. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to actually cut these webinars down to a simpler form, and we're going to have fast start trainings happening. I know I said that last week, but I'm going to get these going here. We're going to start the first one on today is Tuesday, so we're going to start the first one on Wednesday, and I'll give you the time for that tomorrow. And, everything else is going to be just one of those easy peasy things where you go out and you almost feel like you're not even doing anything. You're sharing this and people are going, how do I get started? And that's how I feel right now. And I truly feel blessed and highly favored right now for being on a team with all of you and, to have the privilege and opportunity to meet some of you and hopefully all of you in the future and to work with as many of you that want to work. It's one of those things where if you move, we'll move. If you want to run with this, we'll run with it with you. If you want to walk with it, hey, we'll walk with it, with you. Whatever you want to do, take it in your hands and decide and get back with the person who invited you and either say one or two things. I'm in. How do I get started? I want to turn my rocket red, or you know what? Maybe I got a couple questions. We're here to help. We got the questions. If you got the questions, we got the answers. So with that, this is Billy Funk here in Chicago. Wishing everybody a safe Tuesday night. Happy Tuesday, and let's rock it. Let's rock it to the top. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys, spend the quality time and moments here, and we'll be back tomorrow. I'll get you that info later tonight or early tomorrow morning.